Good morning everybody and welcome to today's golf drills for the lounge. Today's drill I want to carry on with a theme from last week, which is to really help you to crunch that ball to get a lovely solid impact of ball then turf, and that's really going to help you to get very consistent yardages with your irons. One of the things you'll notice with a lot of top players is that even if they hit slight mishits, slight missed shots, they're still fairly close to pin high all the time, and that's because of that consistency of strike solidly into the back of the ball. So last week we talked about the importance of staying on the correct swing plane in the follow through. The reason being that if you swing correctly on a circle which goes from inside to down the swing line and then back inside again, this produces a low follow through, which is going to get a divot beyond the ball and help you to get over the ball and compress the ball. And you can see here that as I rotate through, how much I'm staying on plane to that yellow circle there that was the same swing plane as the backswing. Now look really carefully, in order to do this, to stay on plane, how much my legs are clearing and rotating this way. My knees are very close together. My left hip has gone way over my left heel, enabling me to rotate on that inside path in the follow through. So why do a lot of us not achieve that? First reason is a lot of people who have maybe sliced in the past have formed this idea of an in to out swing. That's absolutely not going to help you to strike the ball consistently, because in to out moves away from the swing plane, and you can see it causes an upward motion which tends to keep that body weight back to hit the ground before the ball or top it on the way through. So it must be in to square to in, going that direction left on the way through. The second reason that people can have trouble getting this rotation through to get the crunch and compression of the ball is because of all the stiffness in their body. So we've done lots of work already. Video number 4, opening up and loosening our shoulders. Video number 8, loosening our hips and lower back area to help the rotation in the mid area. And then last week, video number 15, where we talked about how to loosen those inward hip areas to help the right knee to come across correctly to help you to rotate. So the first thing I recommend is that you really do all of those stretches before you have a go at what we're doing today, so you get your body as loose as you possibly can. Once you've done that, you've now got to start to retrain the way your legs work. And if you've been somebody that swung from in to out in the past, your right knee would have gone forward here. So the great thing you can do in the lounge is some slow motion work at first that gives your brain a chance to work on the new feelings. So you could start off even without a golf club, with your hands behind your back or to your side, and you're going to start to really work on how your feet move, feeling that the ankles rock towards the target, and that with your feet rocking this way, that the weight goes onto the left side of both feet. You can see immediately how much body weight that gets over my left foot, gets my chest over my left foot. You can see how that's going to get my chest over the ball to compress the ball and get ball then turf. Now it's also bringing the right knee inward towards the left knee, and you can get used to the fact that the right heel doesn't leave the ground very quickly at all. It's the outside of the right foot that's left the ground, and already look, your hips can really start rotating this way back over the left heel, because this hasn't gone forward to stop that rotation. And now you'll start feeling a stretch up your left ankle, your left shin, your left hip. If I do it this way, just driving the ankles without the right heel coming off the ground, look how much this is already starting to go that way. And now in slow motion, as you continue to turn this as far that way as you can, and the right knee and thigh comes in towards the left knee, look how you sort of roll up the inside of the instep of the right foot. The right heel still leaving the ground slowly as you continue to turn as far that way as you can, feeling like you're facing well left of target, when in actual fact your belt buckle is at the target. So from this direction, That second part of the motion, look how slowly the right heel leaves the ground and the foot rolls up the inside of the instep to allow you to rotate that way as far as you can. The last bit of the stretch is going to be right up in those shoulders as you rotate through more. So again, without a club indoors at home, once you start to figure out what's going on in the ankles and the left hip and the right knee and the feeling of how the right foot leaves the ground, you could then simply from here, imagine your arms are going to stay on that orange tube, not swinging up, but very much swinging across your body. And you'll be amazed the extra stretch that adds into the middle of your shoulder blades, up through your shoulders, and then just holding that position for at least 20 seconds with 4 or 6 really good long, slow, deep breaths are going to open out your body and get you used to that stretched feeling of a fantastic clearance and rotation that's going to get you the ball then turf. So from this angle, once you've worked out the feelings of the legs here, you can just swing your arms out to your left and now really feel they follow a diagonal circle over your left shoulder and hold that lovely stretch finish. If you're feeling great with that, then you can just add the club in as well. Ankles rocking across, bodies over the left side, really feeling how the right foot leaves the ground to allow the rotation, and then slowly swing that club up over your left shoulder. It's going to be a great stretching workout. It's really going to give your brain a chance to figure out how it's working from the ground up to get that really good clearance and start crunching that ball. So have some great fun with that indoors, and I'll see you tomorrow.